Scorpio, I hope you're well. Welcome to my channel. This is where I talk about twin flame process, and this is your reading for November 2024. If anybody wants to get a personal reading, you can find out how to do that on my website, and the link to that is in the description box below. Right, so Scorpio, what does Scorpio need to know for November? I'm seeing a very brightly coloured bird. It's got like a robin's red breast, and it's got yellowy brown wings like a chaffinch. What does this bird mean? So the red breast is like a heart shape, they're showing me. It's like a beating heart, fluttering wings, and it's very delicate, and it's rebirth. Robins are rebirth. The chaffinch is like flits from tree to tree, eating the berries. Birds are about communication. So this is like very, they said flippant communication, like in and out communication, like all over the place communication in terms of your twin flame. And they're saying reaching out. They're showing me the Six of Pentacles, which is one person making a connection with the other. They're showing a lot of, even with that, it's moving around. It's a lot of movement, information, discussion, connection, fleeting, they said. So it's like, I feel like it's little bits of snippets of information you're going to get. Reconnecting with someone from the heart and just sharing your life with them, sharing your stories. I feel like it's like you just say a thing very quickly, like hit on a subject, and then it moves on to something else. So it's not like a great big deep discussion about one thing, like, well, if you're twin flames, that might be the separation. It's not a great big deep discussion on one subject that might be very intense, and maybe also a bit sticky, they're saying. It's a lot of little things. It's just like sharing snippets of what you've been doing and where you've been and the people around you. And it's just touching on subjects, right? So that's what we're coming in for November. They've also got like the stopper being pulled out of something. Show me like a plastic stopper that you might get inside like a cosmetic bottle. Those ones that are kind of stuck in, plastic ones with a little hole in. One of them, the lid, it's not got a hole. So something that's been stopping the flow of information, a release on that. So in terms of you and your twin, because they're showing me the masculine and the masculine moving forward to make this communication. This person, whoever it is that's your twin, how they used to communicate with you and just flip from subject to subject. It's a bit like that. It might feel a bit overwhelming because you can't get a grip on it. It's not like, it's almost like you're like, where, what's going on? Where's this going? And are we going to sit down and have a proper discussion? But instead, they're like, I've got to go now. And then you're like, oh, okay. And then they call again, and it's like, and it sets off again, and it's just about, because it feels like for the masculine, they've really needed this connection, but not in the way the feminine needs it. So for the feminine, it's like, yeah, let's sit down. Let's like get to grips with this, right? Let's like work it out. Let's delve into the emotional, what's happened emotionally. Whereas the masculine's more like, oh God, I've really missed this person. And I really used to enjoy just the way they used to let me come and go and talk about whatever I want and break off mid-sentence. And, it felt so good and it felt so free and it felt so good to be alive. Just being able to like come back and forward towards this person and then break off. And they're feeling really good, right? Which is why we've got this little bird flitting around from tree to tree, picking up little berries, little bits along the way. So the masculine, as it moves forward, they move forward because it's in the physical, right? I've already said that. It's about their feeling around doing it. There's not an intention beyond that, I don't feel. There's not a, like, okay, let's get together with this person and let's seal the deal. It's more like, because it's something they've been building up to doing, where they've felt like it could go either way. It could be either really right or really wrong to contact you. And it goes really right. And that means, if what goes right is that as soon as they do it, they feel like, oh, this sense of relief, finally. And now the blocks are off and it feels really good. And now I just want to keep doing it and doing it and doing it. And so that's how it's coming in, right? So they can't kind of overtake what is their feeling. So this other end of the stick, which is the feminine that wants to talk about the feelings, is not really relevant, because that's very Scorpio, wanting to get into the feelings and kind of digress on just delve into and explore all the feeling around everything. It's not really going down there into that place. It's more superficial, they're saying. But it's not going to feel bad to the feminine. It's going to just be a bit curious. Ace of Pentacles, brand new beginning in the physical world. King of Swords, masculine talking, verbalizing. Future, they just said. Talking about the future as well as the past then. I feel like more talking about their life, you know. Just like this thing and this thing and this thing. Not even really like what might seem important things. The minutiae of their daily life, they're saying. So, whether they like chow mein as opposed to naan bread or something. Like that kind of thing. Just like digressing on what their life is. Making sense of it, they said. So it's like making sense of who they are, basically, by having someone listen to who they are, and just these little things that make up who they are. Their tastes, their style, their likes, their dislikes, their favourites. This kind of thing. The devil, what draws close and what draws you closer together. So essentially, feelings are feelings. If you're going through this journey, feminine, and you have explored your feelings, which you will do through this journey, twin flame process, that exploration that you go through, already, right, the feelings, the twin flame process, so between you and whoever it is that this strength exists, this strength of connection, this shared vibration in the devil. So it's not like but that in the physical sense, like in the physical dimension, once this emerges back into the physical through the energetic connection, bringing you together, it's like all these little things that make up the physical experience, right? So it's like whether you like leather shoes or PVC shoes, things like that. The Queen of Cups go with the flow. So this is Scorpio as the feminine, just going with the flow regarding what's coming in, basically, and just not needing to get into this, like, okay, can we sit down and talk about this? More like just, okay, let's just see where it goes. You let this person rattle on, basically. Let them come back and forth to me. And this like one discussion that breaks off and starts again and breaks off and starts again and just carries on like that. It won't be like that forever. But at the moment, it's going to be like that. The Magician, manifesting, right in the heart of the matter, so ready to kind of come through. It's alignment as well, everything that you need, vibration, emotion, mental, physical. So as it comes into the physical, it's like all the lights coming back on a breaker circuit board, right? All these things coming back online. They're saying there is a lot of things to be remembered around who you and this person are to each other. Beyond this energetic connection. So if you've been in separation, the only thing you'll be aware of at the end of your physical separation is the energetic connection. All other like connections with the person are gone. So you don't feel about them anymore, apart from you know that you feel, right? You don't think about them anymore because you know where that takes you. You have let go. You've let go physically. So, but all of this is really a veneer. So it appears that you've let go. To scratch the surface, you find out underneath what still exists because it's energetically connected. However, when the lights start coming back on and everything starts reconnecting in the physical, it's like a recalibration of who you are going to become with this person and who they are going to become with you. So although it's not a great big deep discussion about feelings, it is a getting to know you where there will be questions coming up. Like they might say to you, oh, I don't like that anymore. And it's something that you used to have it used to be part of the person you knew. And I'm sure with you, they might ask you something and you're like, well, that's not me anymore. I'm not like that anymore. Because both of you have changed. But there's none of that kind of like, right, let's go straight back to who we were and let's reconnect as who we used to be, because you're not who you used to be, either of you. So this lightness of being that's coming in terms of communication is about reigniting everything in terms of this new person, Ace of Pentacles. So basically they've reformed as a new person as of you. You're coming back together then and then getting to know them like they're a new person. The Lovers, divine love. So that's where we're heading. So it's go with the flow as it comes in the Queen of Cups. And it's the Lovers, it's divine love as it proceeds. So you reconnect with somebody, right? And there is deepness coming, but not straight away because they're not who they were and you're not who you were either. Home, Four of Wands. The Devil, which is coming home, basically. They just said coming home because it's the energetic connection, right? Manifesting. Four of Wands is home and it's also vibration. And it's 11. So it is November. Right. Coming home November. And then we've got relationship, Hierophant. So what is relationship? Relationship is connection with anybody, however it is. So relationship isn't one thing. It's nobody decides how that relationship is apart from the people who are in it. And they are in it from the moment they start communicating. Right? A relationship is not something that happens in the future with somebody that you want to have it with in the future. A relationship is how you connect with that person in the moment, every moment of time that you exist in. Twin flames are here to create a new paradigm in terms of relationship, which is a relationship that holds no resistance towards the moment that you are in. So it's an immediate let go. So somebody says something that is a trigger that gets your back up. You immediately let go. Go with the flow. You don't dwell on it. You don't hang on to it. You don't say, well, I can't be with them because of that they've just said, right? This is a lesson that's coming in around a let go, around this person that's coming towards you in terms of where you have let go of who they were and they're coming back in and they are reforming as who they're going to be as you are together. But it's in every single moment that they're reforming. Four here in the Magician, it's got the four elements, vibrationally, mentally, emotionally and physically. Coming up, they just said. All those different things. Essentially, emotionally, you can only ever look after yourself. So there's a lesson here in Scorpios in, all of anything that's around emotionally hanging on, basically, or emotionally wanting something to be a certain way so you can feel a certain way, because nothing can ever do that. You can only feel a way that you feel because it feels better to feel that way, no matter what is going on around you in the physical domain, no matter what is said or what is done. Your feeling good comes organically from yourself by letting go of the things around you, not by drawing them close and hanging on to them. Because like they say in the Buddha thing, you're holding on to anger, it's like holding on to a hot stone, right? It just hurts yourself. So not just anger, but anything that's a debilitating feeling. It's about an immediate let go, I would say, is what we've got coming in around anything that is said, because there's a lot going to be said. as I've already said. Nine of Cups, which is happiness, right? And dreams come true. There's curiosity coming. Curiosity does not kill the cat, right? It's there's a feeling of, I feel like you're going to be ending conversation with a question every time, like, oh, I forgot to ask this, or I forgot to say that. It's going to be like that, right? Both of you. So you keep coming back together because there's more to say. And I don't even know if the questions get answered the next time you have another phone call. I feel like it's just more communication. So it might just be that there's questions and questions and questions. But you know what, really? When people go into relationship, it's like they draw it all in, right? They're trying to reel it all in so that they have control. This is egoic relationship, right? Because it's like, it's got to be this way, otherwise I'm scared of it, right? So they try and reel it all in so they've got control. So what they want is questions answered. They want all the answers to all the questions before they've even asked a question, because they want to know it's going to turn out all right for them before they've even started to breathe it in and breathe it out of this heart space, right? So when you've got questions, it's about faith and it's about trust and it's about not having fear, because it's about just in the moment and every day in the moment and not needing a question answered. But in that, there's childlike curiosity of what comes next, right? And maybe in the back of your mind, you're like, well, I never got that question answered. I still like an answer to that question, but it's not like I have to have this answered now, because otherwise we can't go forward because I'm scared of you, right? It's like it's just breathing. It's just a heart space in and out of like, let's see how it goes. Let's go with the flow. And underneath that, Six of Cups, which is reunion. And that's it. I'm going to leave it at that for Scorpio. Hope that helps. Lots of love. See you next time.